If I traded it all, if I gave it all away.
Welcome back. It's Friday, and it's been really fun today, a crazy day. But my next guest is Joe. I'm going to call him Dr. Joe, ex-Dr. Joe. How do I say that? Retired Dr.
Retired.
Joe Nuttall. And he is the owner of KNB Firearms. What a weird... We got to tell him the story of how you got it real quickly.
Real quickly, I got into it because I wanted to avoid my family curse. Family curse was 2 years after you retire, you passed away. So I wanted to get into something that would reflect my military background. I was an Army medic for 12 years, and firearms was just a natural because I'm qualified on over 30 weapons in the Army.
Okay, let's talk about the store. And also, we want to also very much talk about what happened obviously last week. We want to talk about this. It's very important. It's a good time that you're on. So, first of all, your thoughts.
My thoughts is that a lot of that could have been avoided if the interagencies would talk to each other, which they don't. I mean, there was several balls that were dropped simply because they weren't talking to each other. He could have been reported. I don't know if you know what the background check covers. Background check right now covers felony convictions. It covers misdemeanors for domestic violence, anybody who's adjudicated to be mentally incompetent, or any number of legal offenses. And also, if you're a marijuana user, you cannot have a gun.
A marijuana user, so how do they know that? There's a lot of people that are, especially now, with using it, doctor, you know, they
Right.
are using it for medical marijuana, and so they can't either?
Right now, as the laws sit, they cannot.
Wow, and I'm sure a lot of them do. Let's talk a little bit about, you've got a giveaway. Let's talk about the store, okay? Because you're doing something special for everybody, and listen up, everyone. We're going to enter everyone in to win this.
They're going. What I'm giving away is a $125 gun rest, and what it is you go out to the range and you want to zero your weapon in. So it's a gun rest. It's a tripod gun rest with a sandbag on the end of it, and you can sit there and zero your weapon in. It's a Black Hawk, which Black Hawk is really known for their industry. They're known for their flashlights and apparatus and accessories for guns, and it's a Titan 3 gun rest.
Well, I know a lot of people like to go bang, bang, shooting up out there, especially here in Arizona. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. You could check them out on their website. It's knbfirearms.com. You know, maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. This is something that when you go out, you can use it at the actually the range.
Yes.
Okay, and so it makes you be able to aim even better. Is that correct?
Actually, it helps you when you go to zero your firearm.
I don't know this kind of stuff. I don't shoot them. Go ahead.
If you don't have a rest or something that anchors your gun in all the time, you're going to expend a whole lot of ammo just trying to pull it in. If you have it, because you're going to wave back and forth. The gun rest actually stabilizes it so that instead of using maybe 20 to 30 rounds to zero it in, you can go down to 10 to 12.
And we've got everybody entered in to win. This is $125 value free to you or anyone you know. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for all of this stuff. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You mentioned ammo. What's going on in the ammo industry?
The ammo industry is really kind of curtailed right now because the last lead smelting plant in the United States was closed in 2016 in November. That was the last place that you could buy lead in the United States. So all of the lead that goes into making a bullet has to be imported. So ammo prices are going to rise.
Wow, wow, wow. You know, I remember a few years back, I don't remember how long ago, there was a shortage of it. Is there still?
There still is a shortage of 22 ammo, 22 long rifle or 22 caliber ammunition, and that's really devastating to the industry because if you don't have that, the first gun you ever shoot is going to be a 22. It was for me, and it is for a lot of people because it's a small caliber gun. It's the ammo right now, about 2 years ago, was 12 cents a round. Now it's back down to 6 to 8, and so the industry is really crippled because of the lack of 22 ammunition.
Now we've got our lines open here, and everyone's getting entered in it to win. This is a Blackhawk Titan 3 gun rest. It's $125 value, free to you guys out there. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know. This is really cool. Again, the number is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I got to ask you what this question is. What is a what?
What is an FFL?
What is it?
An FFL is a federal firearms license. Let's say that you bought a weapon online, and you went online and you told the manufacturer that you wanted to buy it. They're going to tell you that they will not ship it to your house. That it has to go through a federal firearms license dealer.
That's what I remember the last time you came
Right.
on talking about. Go ahead.
And that way that the federal firearms license dealer gets your weapon, you come to their store, they do a background check on you, and they are either told that they can give it to you or they can't, even though you've already paid for it. If you don't pass a background check, they cannot turn the weapon over to you.
So what do you specialize in?
Right now, if a firearm is bought by an individual, say as yourself, and it's shipped to me, any first responders, like police or firemen or ex-military, I do not charge a transfer fee.
Now, again, you could call them direct if you like at 480-688-2168, and the website is KNB for Kite Nancy Boy firearms.com, and we've got our lines open here, and everyone is getting entered in to win. This is $125 value, free to you. It's really, really, really cool. It is a Blackhawk Titan 3 gun rest. And again, that number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You were talking a little bit about the FBI background checks and stuff like
Right.
that. You know, it's a little controversial, you know, with this, especially with what's going on right now. Go ahead.
The background check really is, it really is quite extensive. But the problem is you don't have like an agency of the Army. They didn't report that there was something wrong with this gentleman when he was discharged from the Army. The FBI didn't have that information. If they don't have it, they cannot use it in their background checks. So there's a lot of things that are falling through the cracks because that conversation is not taking place between the agencies.
Well, what do you think? Do you think they should be able to have weapons?
Absolutely. And that's what Congress is trying to do right now by fixing the NICS background check for the FBI. That fix is currently being discussed and trying to be legislated. And to be honest with you, everybody that's associated with the firearm industry is behind that. NRA is behind it. The National Rifle Association is behind it. All of your gun associations are behind fixing the background check so that we can more legitimately and better serve the public by putting those firearms in people's hands who really are going to use them for the purposes that they are.
Well, he
hunting
did
or
buy it
sporting.
legally, from what I understand.
Correct.
Yeah. What's that?
That's correct.
Yeah, he did. So, okay.
But at the same time, some of the stuff that was about him that would have prevented him from getting that firearm was not discussed. It wasn't in the background check.
Right. But, that I think is what the biggest concern is. But you know what? There are a lot of people who want to do this recreationally. I mean, they may, obviously they don't have to pack and carry all day long, but a lot of people do. A lot of women do. Right?
A lot of women do, and more all the time. In fact, we're seeing a growth in almost 100% that I've seen in the last year in my own business, where that women are coming in buying guns. And incidentally, if you're interested in buying a gun as a woman, you should not let your husband pick it out for you.
And why is that?
Because your strength and your hand size is much different than his. He may pick a heavier gun. It may not. In my own situation, my wife didn't like the gun that I suggested that she picked out, and so she rejected it. And we went on to. She finally found a gun that she really likes.
And I would think that it would be extremely dangerous too. Just saying that if you really can't hold it right, and you can't shoot it right, that's not a good thing.
Well, you're not going to be able to protect yourself with it if you don't know how to use it. And, so these are things that have to be discussed with you. You have to hold the gun. You have to see the gun. You even should, if you're going to buy a gun, you need to go to a range and use it before you buy it.
So tell them what kind of makes your gun shop, you different than any of the others.
We suggest that you do that. And we actually interview the lady and see and make her hold a gun, make her talk a gun. I also like to suggest that they go online and take the NRA basic gun course, which is $60, but it's well worth the $60. The NRA has done something right in their online gun course, and it takes you through it from all the way from buying the gun, you're looking at the gun, and selecting it for you, to the cleaning of it and storage of it and safety. Again,
now we've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of I'll get it out throughout the rest of the show. It is the Blackhawk gun rest, and it's a Titan 3 gun rest that we've got for everybody. It is $125 that everyone's getting entered in to win. Our number here is 602-277-5369.